This is Jeff, much more business intelligence. I'm going to walk you briefly through signing into and walking through a lead to opportunity conversion in Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So the first thing you're going to want to do is hit the login URL that Microsoft provided you, and then you're going to log in with your email address that they provided as well as the password. You'll notice that the email address has typically got the .onmicrosoft.com on the back side of it. When you log into CRM for the first time, you might get a tour panel or this guidance along the right hand side here. As you see, this one's a trial. It will log you into the pipeline area, and in the dashboard area. And in the dashboard area, we're going to be able to load up a number of reports that are going to allow you to easily manage the sales, and if you're following it, also customer service components of your business by dropping in various charts and components. This one's got a funnel and a sales leaderboard, as well as a listing of open opportunities and open leads. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go and actually walk through a lead. So if we want to go ahead and add a lead, we can hit the plus and go ahead and create a lead. This is going to give us a quick add form. You'll see it'll scroll down off the top of the screen. Just ask us for some basic information, and we'll just go ahead and fill that out. And it's probably about enough to at least get going. We'll just So if we want to view the record, you'll see the record was created. We can just click on view record. This is going to give us the full record. And you'll see at the top here we've got what's called a business process. This is another option within Microsoft Dynamics CRM. If you've got some people who are perhaps a little less trained or just need a little bit more guidance as they walk through CRM, you can set up a business process, and the business process will walk them through your process of creating and qualifying a lead by asking them questions right along the top. They can just stay in the top. This one, for example, would be asking, is there an existing contact or an existing account for this lead? So is this lead associated with something that's already out there? What's the purchase time frame? What's the estimated budget? And the purchase process, etc. These are customizable. So the some of the fields here, we'll just do this, get a little bit more information. And we can go ahead and either save it by hitting save, or in this case leaving the record. You can set CRM to automatically save, or set it up so that you manually saving. It depends what you want your employees doing and your users of the system to go ahead and do. So in the case of Sarah, we might make a couple of phone calls to Sarah. We might send her a few emails. If we're going to do that, we would go ahead and log this as an activity, and this would be say we're going to do an on-site inspection with Sarah, and you have the option here of saying that you left a voicemail. But we're going to go ahead and click OK, and you'll see now that appears as a completed activity in the activities list. There's some other options here. You can do a phone call, task, an email, or appointment. There's other ways of adding activities to this record as well, but for the purpose of brevity, we'll just keep it short and go with the sort of the shortcuts that are on the system. If we wanted to add a note, we could click here and add a note. You can just either enter a note here just by typing this is a note and clicking done, and it'll track that note here in just a second. This is a note, I did it just now. Or you can go ahead and actually set an attachment file to here. Once you've maybe made a couple of phone calls with Sarah, you've determined that she is interested and potentially able to do business with you, what you would do is go ahead and qualify this lead. So Sarah then is going to be qualified. There's a couple of ways you could do this. If you had a business process set up, one of the steps can automatically qualify this contact into the various records, or you can use the manual, the qualification up top here. You want to hit qualify, and you'll go ahead and it's going to create various records. In this case, it's going to create a contact for Sarah, and you'll see that contact here, and it's going to create this opportunity. Now that the opportunity has initially been set up, we can go ahead and add some more details. Either we can update the dollar amount to the opportunity, or what we can do is identify a price list for the opportunity and go ahead and actually add some products. And that, in this case, I've got a couple of products set up, and we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to say this is a retail opportunity using the retail price list. And then down here where it says product line items, I needed to save that record, and I'm going to hit plus. I'm going to do an existing product, and in this case I'm going to add some 90-watt panels. I'll go ahead, and I've got a couple of just generic items set up there. So the 90-watt panel comes up. I've got a price in here of CRM of 790 units. Let's go ahead and make that a quantity of 20, 0 discount, and then we're going to add some microinverters to this existing product. And you see, if you know what you're looking for, it's pretty easy to find it. Again, here we'll update the this quantity to 20, and then if you get kind of down into supporting componentry, I might want to put in that I've got rails here, and let's say that we need, we're going to do it in this case, I don't know, 2 rows of 10. It's probably not very realistic, but let's say that we're going to go ahead and just need a top and a bottom support panel, and we're just going to need a total of 4 of those, and you'll see that the pricing is then updated. Because we had put in a pricing when this was a lead, it says here the revenue is calculated based on what we as a user provided. What we don't want to do that. Now we want to actually calculate this. So just by clicking this, you'll see it's system calculated, and we can go ahead and recalculate the opportunity, which is going to be recalculated also when the opportunity is saved, and we open that record back up. So now you're going to see the detail amount is a total of 18,452. I think I put 15,000 in back when I set this up as a lead. And so the goal is that our salespeople are going to continue to make phone calls and emails against this opportunity and contacting Sarah Johns until this opportunity is closed, hopefully closed as one. Now, as far as navigation, if we were to go back and actually look at the dashboard, which in this case I could just hit my back browser button. Nope, maybe not. I could click up here and change it over to sales and dashboards, and you'll see that it's a very thin line there, but that new opportunity here with the sales stage of blank, and we're going to fix that in a little bit, is set up at 18,452, and then we've got our other opportunities in the funnel as well. And you'll see also that the opportunity is listed here in my list of opportunities. These charts, maybe should have mentioned initially too, you can pop the charts out and make them a little bit larger. You can see the legend down at the bottom more easily there. And you can actually click this icon here, and it's going to pop up a list of what comprises the actual chart itself. So you can see here what's in that chart, that opportunity here. And if we wanted to, we could click right through here and open up that opportunity once again and take a look at it or start working on it. And as our salespeople are working the opportunities, we want to go ahead and perhaps write a description up. Maybe we want to indicate that this is a 75% probability of closing, that right now perhaps we've met with Sarah a couple times, added a few more phone calls over in the activities area, and we want to indicate that this is actually in the proposed stage, so that management, as they're looking at this opportunity, can see that the opportunity is in fact in a proposed stage. If I go and look at the opportunities here, you'll see a list of opportunities, including this one, that are shown here. This view by default, there's a view set up, and this view is looking at what's called My Open Opportunities. So here, interested in panels is a $7,900 opportunity with Sally Smith. The rooftop opportunity is an 18,452 opportunity with Sarah Johns. Now, within the organization, we might have, and hopefully will have, multiple salespeople entering information in. We can change the view by clicking this arrow to the right of where it says My Open Opportunities. We can take a look at all opportunities, probably what we actually want to look at is open opportunities. This is going to be all open opportunities in the CRM system, regardless of who owns them. The other one was set up as those that I own. So when you set up your opportunities, initially your list is only going to show the opportunities that you own. Here in the open opportunities view, you're going to see all opportunities owned by anyone in the organization, as long as you have permission to see them. And permissions are an important part of the CRM system. You can set up permissions so that a particular user could only see, for example, their own opportunities or their own leads or their own accounts. Or you could set up the permissions in CRM so that a user can see all of the opportunities, accounts, and it's a very granular security setup, all the records on their team. Or for instance, they could only see their leads, but they could see all opportunities, or they could only see their opportunities, but all leads. Similarly to the opportunities view, all of these records essentially in CRM have the same type of setup. Here I've got my 2 leads. You'll see that Sarah's not on here because I closed that lead. These are only my open leads, and these are showing the non-qualified and non-disqualified leads. I can click on, take a look at the closed leads, and you can see in this case they're all qualified. That would be wonderful. All leads here, and this would be the same type of thing as I showed with the opportunities. This is going to show all open leads, so everything that everyone in the organization is working on. So that's a very basic overview of getting into the initial portion of the CRM system. One thing that really is important that I didn't stress in the outward part of the demonstration is that Microsoft CRM is typically considered to be an activities-based system. The idea is that we continue those phone calls, the emails, the tasks are continuously populated so that when a user goes into their CRM system on a daily basis, he or she can see what needs to be done in order to keep things moving forward. So I go in, I see my tasks, I do the proposal issue, check the sales literature, make this phone call, and then I would go over and take a look at my opportunities. And if there are no tasks set up for an opportunity, I would make sure that there are tasks set up, either that I'm going to do immediately or do in the future. And then I would go to leads and start contacting my open leads so that I can work them through the system to the point of being an opportunity. So I appreciate your time in watching this. I look forward to answering any questions you may have. My direct number here for Much More Business Intelligence is 941-753-8270, or you can visit the website www.muchmorebi.com or email info@muchmorebi.com.